It's Friday, March the 12th. Let's go over and play the quest calendar for today and get our daily dose of dungeon crawling and our RDA of RPG. Today we finally found Rufus, who was not a dog, and he gave us some gold. Let's see what we're going to do with it today. So it looks like we're going to take a stroll through West Haven today. You decide to walk through the city and visit the neighborhood district. It's full of life with merchants, peddlers, markets, and taverns. There are things to do here that may catch your fancy. So today we're just going to visit various areas of the city to explore. So if we look around here at West Haven, we have 5 different areas that we can visit. We don't have to do them in any particular order. It's not like the regular maps where we have the S to the star and we have to go places in between. We can just take our time and we're going to visit each one of these. So let's go ahead and start at the Happy Apple Farm. So we get to the farm, and there's a small farm near the outskirts of the city. It's a tranquil place to relax. They are growing apples and cider, and they employ several goblins to keep the farm running. These goblins don't seem to be hurting anyone. And then from the farm, we're going to go up to the main street market. And at the market is home to many people peddling their wares. There are lots of useless things for an adventurer, but you can purchase various breads, dried meats, and cheeses that you can use for rations on your journey. Spend 2 gold per meal ration. And I learned from my last time out in the forest, you got to take some meal rations with you. We're sitting on 57 pieces of gold right now. Let's go ahead and spend 10 pieces of gold and pick up 5 meal rations. And that is going to leave Jasper with 47 pieces of gold to take in his pockets as he wanders through the rest of West Haven. So leaving the market, we're going to go down to Holly's Honey Meadery. And nestled inside the city in the poor section of town is a rare gem, Holly's Honey Meadery. You spend a few hours here learning how mead is made and how the bees are kept. Holly is a halfling and a powerful druid that seems to have control over the bees. There's a very unique use of magic. So here we can buy some aged wine for 10 pieces of gold. When we use this, we're going to add d6 to our charisma rolls for the day. I've already got some pretty good charisma and I have the persuasive skill, so I think I'm going to skip on that and save my gold to potentially use someplace else. So leaving Holly's, we're going to go over to the Thirsty Devil Tavern. And here at the tavern, there's a lively tavern called the Thirsty Devil. You may enjoy a beverage, a nice meal, and maybe earn some coin in a fun game of cards. If you'd like to take a rest now, you may do so for 2 gold. We just leveled up yesterday, so all our health is maxed out. We've got all of our abilities. Again, I'm going to hang on to my gold, but it's nice to know that I've got someplace to go back to if I want to take a rest. The last place we have to visit in the city is Brent's Blacksmith. So here at the blacksmith, we have a couple different options we can actually spend our gold on. The blacksmith is able to sharpen and fortify your weapons. Choose to fortify your weapons for the cost of 40 gold. You can add +1 to all of your attack rolls. This is not going to stack, so I guess you can't fortify your weapons a couple different times. Or for 40 gold, you can choose to sharpen your weapons. And if you sharpen them, you're going to add +1 to all your damage rolls. And again, this is not stackable. So while we're here, I think I am going to take advantage of this. I'm going to spend 40 of my remaining 47 gold pieces to sharpen my weapons and add +1 to my damage rolls. And that's going to make my damage now 2d6 +1. So then we take a look back over here at our character card after we have explored all the different places in the city. We still have full health at 17. 16 armor because we're carrying around the shield. Our attack is at 5. We sharpened our weapons, so we have +1 to our damage, and we're now carrying around the lockpick, the before mentioned shield, and we now have 5 meal rations to take on our adventures. Alright, so we take our pocket full of gold and we walk around through the city, and there was plenty to do with it. What did you guys wind up spending your money on? Let me know down there in the comments. And while you're down there, make sure you're going back and reading the comments from the previous days. If you're not getting the comment writing inquisitors comments, you're really missing out on a treat. They're pretty good, as well as most of the other regular viewers down there. If you guys are playing at home, make sure you're leaving a recap of your day and try and get creative like those guys are. They are pretty funny. Make sure you're telling your friends about the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And then make sure you come back tomorrow where we can see if we're going to put any of these newly purchased items to good use. I'll see you guys then.